Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. So if you watched my last video, I did 100 products. It was a challenge that Bob created and I got through 100 products on my face and I looked not really out of the ordinary for me because I like to get creative with my makeup, but a little crazy because I had 100 different products on my face. During that video, I created this like yellow, orange, brown, fall looking eye. And I thought, let's do a full look around that eye because I loved it. I decided to name her Pumpkin Spice Latte, and we are just going to get into that full look. And I am going to be using all these palettes right here. So I'm going to be using 2 ColourPop palettes, the Spanglish palette, and then 3 Juvia's Place palettes to create Pumpkin Spice Latte. Let's get into it. Okay, so I went ahead and prepared the rest of my face off camera, and we are just going to get into this eye look. So first we're going to go into the Star Blend. It is just that white cake makeup. You can use this dry, you can use this wet. I buy these and they last me forever. I think I've had this for like 2 years. I don't think I'm supposed to have them that long, but I've had this for like 2 years. And so I'm just going to put that under my brow right here. Now that the white is applied, we are going to go into our first color, and that is going to be from the Honey palette. And we are going to go into Oh Behave. And that is going to be our transition color that we're going to put between our white and our blue. I'm doing that on a Mikasa E230 brush. I don't know if that means anything to anybody, but I just had to say that because I felt like that's what you do. And we are just going to start back and forth applying that right under the white and just kind of going up into the brow at the front and then following the natural curve of my brow bone right here. I'm not getting rid of all of the white because I want that to be under there to keep my brow popping, and we're going to add some highlight to that later too. But right now we're just going to put that yellow on and kind of get into, start building the shape that we want. So now that Oh Behave is laying down, we're going to go to our next color, and that is going to be off of the Orange You Glad ColourPop palette. And we are going to go into the color Sun, oh no, that's not Sunkissed. The thing is backwards, by the way. If I'm looking at the back of it, this says Sunkissed, this says Rise and Grind on the back, what I'm looking at, but this is Rise and Grind, this is Sunkissed. But if I flip it around, that says Rise and Grind, that says Sunkissed. It's backwards ColourPop. We're gonna go into Rise and Grind, which is just this nice orange color. And we're just gonna put that right underneath the yellow, starting at the front of our crease and taking it back. And then I go back here and then just meet them together and start blending it into the yellow. So when I did this in the look, this was just me picking colors when I did the 100 looks, or the 100 products for one look video. And I really enjoyed the way that it came out. So I was like, I want to do a full look around that eye. This is a E310 brush, which is a crease brush. And I'm just using that because I feel like I can get a little more detailed and closer to what I want. A lot of times I'll use a bigger brush, but this I want to start carving the shape that I want for my crease. Of course, you know me, I'm a cut crease type person, so we're gonna cut that crease. After you put your orange down, I like to go ahead and go back into my yellow, the Oh Behave, and I'm just going to blur this line a little bit more between the 2 colors, so that way they kind of blend into each other better. So now that that color is placed, we are going to go into the Juvia's Place Warrior 3 palette, And I am going to go into the color Jawa here, which is another orange. And I want to use that on this little crease brush right here from He Who Shall Not Be Named. I have it, so I'm just going to use it, but you know. So you see it's just a slightly darker than that color that we put on. Not too much darker. It just kind of really helps create depth. And I'm only going to take that about here. You're looking a little candy corn. And I don't personally like candy corn. Don't come for me if you like candy corn. I don't know a kid that was like, oh, candy corn. I want candy that looks like corn that tastes like plastic. So now we're gonna go back to that Orange You Glad palette, and we're gonna go into this dark color here, which is called You Peel Me, which is like a darker brownish orange. I don't know why it's called You Peel Me, because an orange peel is like orange. This is more of a brown. And we're just gonna put that down here too. And that will help transition when we put our brown on, so that way it's not just like brown orange. This color will kind of help. It's like a rust color, I guess is how I really would describe it the most. So next we're gonna go into our Sahara Blush Palette Volume 1, and we are gonna go into the color Abby, which is this color right here. I don't wanna lean it too far because that is broken. I don't know how it got broken, but it's broken. So that will work as our deepest color that we're gonna just put right here inside the corner, and we're gonna take her up just ever so slightly. We don't want too much of this. Once we cut our crease, a lot of this will disappear. So I'm just taking that into the crease, blending it right into all that orange. And it just looks messy at first, but you see the difference in when it starts to change that eye and the shape of it and the color tones of it. It just really kind of makes it a little better. I should have used this on a smaller brush. However, I already used my small brush. I just try to hold this mirror up to look at it just to check things. And I still haven't peeled off the film. I have several of these ColourPop palettes, and I still just don't know how I haven't peeled film off of them. It's kind of a pain in the butt. Freaking kidding me. There we go. With this, I don't want a lot of black in it because I want it to be more of that fall tone smoky look. So it's just like a smoky brown eye pretty much. Brown eye. So I'm gonna take just a dot of black, just a little bit on this like rounded brush, and I'm just gonna put it right here to deepen the back of this. Not a lot, just a little bit. So like this is really the look that we want. This is really what we're going for. And so now the next thing to do is to cut our crease. So we're gonna go into our Midnight Clown White. This is my go-to to cut a crease. It is really creamy. I don't wanna show you the inside of this because it is so gross from all the different colors. It's not like gross because it's gross, but all the colors from me cutting creases are like kinda in here. And so there's spots where you can see actual color, and there's other spots where it's just like gray. It's supposed to be clown white, not clown gray. I use a flat brush that's just caked in that clown white, and I just kind of tap to see where I want it and think like, that looks good. So then I'll get one swipe just to like give me the shape that I want. And that just kind of starts to clean up that. And then after I get the shape that I want, I just go and I start blending out that white. You don't want too much of this. Whenever you use clown white to cut your crease, you really don't want too much because you need to set that makeup. And if there's too much, it's gonna crease in your eye. You don't want it. While we're blending it, we're also just gonna play with the shape and make sure that it's the shape you want. And so I'm just going back and I got the shape I want. The back I'm kind of diffusing down so it's not so sharp as the rest of it. I want the rest of it to be really sharp. I mean, that's the point of a cut crease, is it's cut really sharp. The back of it, I want to kind of like fade, because we're just gonna take that Abby and pack that right back onto. In the front, you wanna have your brush pretty much clean, and you're just gonna kind of make sure that there's not a harsh white line going diagonal. We're gonna go back into our Juvia's Place blush palette, and we're gonna go into Abby, and we're gonna start by tapping her onto the wet Clown White, just to kind of get that back there. So after adding Abby into the crease, we're gonna go back and put You Pill Me in, and that'll just help transition into that yellow. And I'm just packing that on right next to Abby, inside of the crease. And then I just want that to about there. I don't want that going too far. After that, we are gonna go into Sweet Pot, which is this color right here on the Honey ColourPop palette. And I'm gonna really saturate my brush with this color. And we are gonna take Sweet Pot, which is that nice yellow, and we're gonna set the rest of this crease. That's what you want. You don't want it to be just like, you want to get like a good transition of colors there. So next we're gonna go into this Midnight Lumiere powder. It's got like a golden, you really can't see it. It's not gonna, I don't think it's gonna, there we go. It's got like a golden tone to it. And I'm gonna take that and I'm just gonna swipe a little bit of that right on top of that yellow. And she's coming together. Like I said, we are creating pumpkin spice latte on the eye right now, okay? It's very fall. It's very like, it's fall, it's candy corn, it's pumpkin spice, it's sweet pumpkin pie. Like, she's gorgeous. You can see the difference between this eye and the one that we have not finished yet. So let's go ahead, and I'm gonna finish this eye off camera, and then we will finish everything else up. Now that both sides are done, we're gonna go back into the Sahara blush palette, and we are just gonna go on this like domed flat brush, and I'm just gonna go right above the crease to kind of get some of that dark detail back in. Drag, I learned a few years ago when I changed the way that I do my makeup, is a lot about touch up and cleanup. Really, makeup in general is a lot about touch up and cleanup, because that's what kind of creates your smooth, like blended feeling. Is you want to clean up after things that you put down and things that you did. So I did not do that before when I was first doing my makeup, and then I learned you get a much better look if you just clean up. What was this? Next step, I'm gonna go ahead and start to complete my under eye, and I am going to go into that flat domed brush again, and I'm going to start right here with the darker color on Abby. So after Abby, we're gonna go under the eye with You Pill Me. So we're kind of mimicking what we did here, where we took the darker to the lighter, and we're gonna hit You Pill Me right in the middle, and a little under Abby, connecting it to the background. I'm gonna go back into my Clown White, and I'm just going to take that right on the inner corner of my eye. After we do that, I wanna go back into Sweet Pot, which is this lighter yellow right there, and I'm going to put that right on the inside of my eye. I'm gonna go into that Midnight Ice Lumiere Gold Tone powder and put that right on top of Sweet Pot. Now we need liner. I mean, we can't go around without liner. So I want you to take this e.l.f. felt tip liner, and I'm going to take that and I'm gonna go right underneath where Sweet Pot is. All right, she's looking real good. We're almost done with the eye. So my last step for the eye, well, not last step. I've forgotten how to do makeup already. So now I'm gonna go into an e.l.f. liquid liner, and I'm just going to wing it. You know, we always talk about eyebrows being sisters, not twins, but we don't talk about the fact that wing liners sometimes are cousins that don't speak unless they see each other at the family reunion. The last step that I like to do with the eye is I want to take this color Sunburst, which is a shimmery highlight color, and I want to take that under the brow and diffuse that white. So next we're going to go into the lips, and I'm going to start by lining my lip in this Lord and Berry. It's kind of an orange color. I'm going to line my lips in that because the color that we're going to use for the lipstick is like an orangey color too from Juvia's Place. I'm going to go into this Juvia's Place lip color. I don't know the color. Oh, soil. It's a matte lipstick, and we're just going to finish out our lip with it. That is the perfect color for this look. She is very fall, she's very orange. Like I said, she's very like Halloween, fall type. I'm calling her pumpkin spice latte because she's got a lot of orange in her. So for the lip, I'm going to go into Clementine, which is this middle color, which has some glitter. I'm going to just kind of pat that onto my lip. Oh, that's good. That is so pretty. About my stencil, and we are going to apply my signature star. I started doing this a few years ago, just as something I wanted to add to my face. And so I did it when we went to DragCon, just to test it out to see if it was something I was gonna like. And everybody loved it. Willem remembered me because of it. Aja stopped dead in her tracks in a conversation and was like, sis, that star on your nose is cute. I wanted to go back because I'm like, Aja just addressed me. And so I just awkwardly was like, thank you. And just kept walking because she was like surrounded by people. So I didn't want to like, so I like awkwardly just like looked like, should I go back? Should I not? Should I go back? And so I was like, you know what? She's in the middle of a bunch of people, so I'm not gonna go back and bother her. So now all that's left to do is apply some lashes, some hair, and a costume, and I will be right back with the finished look. So here is the finished look for everybody. This is my pumpkin spice latte fall look. I put on some neutral colored hair. I almost put on red hair because you know I love me some red. But I went for a more neutral tone so you can really get into the look. And I put on my nappy lashes. I call these my nappy lashes because they have hairs that go all kind of different directions. So that way you get the drama of a lash, but you still get to see the artistry behind the lash. So anyway, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun creating this look for you. Again, like I said, this was because in my 100 products look, I did this eye and was like, ooh, I want to do a full look in that eye. So if you have not watched my 100 products video, please check that out. Next, coming up to Halloween season. We get into spooky season, so we may get some latex and some blood out. But for now, let's get into this fall look. Honey, she's ready for her clothes up. She's ready for her glamour shot. Like, she's cute. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos, make sure you turn on the bell notification so you can get updated on when I post. Hit that subscribe button if you have not subscribed yet. Tell your friends, tell your family, tell everybody who will listen to you, honey, because I really want to do this. I'm at 104 subscribers. By the end of, so let's say December. Let's say by the end of December, I want to get to 1,000 subscribers. So if you can help me get there, that will be wonderful. And then again, in the comments below, let me know what you want to see from me. Thank you guys so much for watching. And as always, may the fierce be with you.